In a world obsessed with being liked, admired, and accepted, there lies a darker, more powerful alternative: being respected. Deep, immovable, commanding respect, regardless of whether people actually like you. Niccolò Machiavelli, the master of power dynamics, understood this truth better than anyone. In The Prince, he famously posed the question, is it better to be loved or feared? His answer was cold, logical, and disturbingly accurate. If you must choose, it is better to be feared than loved. Why? Because love is conditional, emotional, and fleeting. Respect, especially the kind rooted in strategic fear, consistency, and presence, lasts. This is not about cruelty. It's about control. It's about shaping your image in a way that forces people to measure their words, adjust their behavior, and think twice before crossing you. You do not need to be liked to influence. In fact, being liked can often weaken you because it implies emotional dependency, softness, and approval-seeking. Let's dive into the ruthless yet empowering mindset and strategies Machiavelli would prescribe for making people respect you, even if they don't like you. The first principle Machiavelli would endorse is this: never seek affection. To crave being liked is to put your emotional power in the hands of others. It makes you fragile, reactive, and easily controlled. Machiavelli understood that rulers, those who lead, influence, or hold power, cannot be held hostage by public opinion. Instead, they must master perception. People must see you as competent, unshakable, and decisive. They do not need to feel warmth from you. They only need to understand one thing: you are not to be trifled with. So how do you build this image? You start with boundaries. You teach people how to treat you. This is not done with lectures or explanations, but with firm reactions to disrespect. When someone crosses a line, you don't overreact, you act. Immediately, calmly, coldly. Consequences must be visible and swift. When people realize you don't tolerate disrespect, they will hesitate. And that hesitation is the birth of respect. Next comes scarcity and presence. Machiavelli understood that power flows from mystery. The more visible and accessible you are, the more people take you for granted. The more you speak, the more they analyze and mock your words. The more you explain, the more they think you owe them clarity. Silence, on the other hand, is power. Let your presence be rare, but unforgettable. Show up when it matters. Speak only when your words shift the energy in the room. Let people wonder about you. People fear what they don't understand. They don't have to love you, but if they feel they can't quite read you, they will default to respect, and often fear. In this space, predictability is your enemy. If people can predict your reactions, they can manipulate you. If they cannot anticipate what you'll do, how far you'll go, what you'll tolerate, they proceed with caution. That caution is control. That caution is power. Another Machiavellian pillar is controlled fear. This does not mean being cruel or aggressive. It means being capable. It means being dangerous, but disciplined. You don't need to show power every day. You just need to make it clear you have it. The man who can walk away from a job, a woman, a deal, or a conflict without fear is a man who controls the room. People don't need to like him, but they adjust their behavior when he enters. You earn this power through discipline, mental discipline, emotional restraint, physical control, financial independence. A man who cannot be bought, cannot be guilt, cannot be emotionally manipulated becomes a force. People respect what they cannot move. To earn this kind of respect, Machiavelli would advise you to develop an aura of high standards. You must hold yourself and others to a standard that is unshakable. Mediocrity disgusts you. Excuses bore you. Weakness in character is not tolerated. You don't attack people who fail. You simply remove them from your circle. You don't beg others to improve. You improve yourself and let them watch from the distance. This high-standard mentality intimidates people. It makes them uncomfortable, and that discomfort is exactly what sharpens their respect. Don't be easy to impress. Don't be easy to access. Don't be easy to satisfy. Machiavelli also taught that appearances matter more than intentions. People judge by what they see, not by what you meant. If you're kind, but appear weak, you'll be disrespected. If you are fair, but appear hesitant, you'll be dismissed. So guard your image. Protect your appearance. Learn the art of power projection. Maintain posture. Stillness over fidgeting. Speak slowly. Volume matters less than tone. Dress clean, sharp, and with intent. Eye contact, firm, but never needy. When insulted, smile. Never bark. People will not always like this version of you, but they will learn over time that disrespect is costly, and that cost builds your value. Another core Machiavellian belief: do not overexpose your kindness. There's a reason Machiavelli warned against being overly generous. When people see you give too much, they lose respect for your boundaries. They begin to expect favors, expect leniency, expect your energy. And when they expect it, they no longer value it. Give strategically. Reward loyalty, not neediness. Help quietly and without fanfare. Let them whisper about your generosity, but never feel entitled to it. Machiavelli understood that fear is preserved by inaccessibility. You may help people, but you must never become dependent on their approval or their praise. Let your character be known, but never predictable. Let your strength be seen, but never explained. The next trait Machiavelli would demand is emotional sovereignty. The more reactive you are, the weaker your position. People who cannot control themselves are easy to disrespect. They expose their wounds. They show their insecurity. They reveal their dependence on emotional outcomes. A Machiavellian man does not need to appear emotionless, but he must appear in control. When insulted, he does not argue, he elevates. When dismissed, he does not chase, he disappears. When betrayed, he does not rage, he calculates. That stillness unnerves people. It makes them doubt their attack. And doubt turns to fear, which turns into respect. One of the most powerful Machiavellian techniques to gain respect is to enforce silence and discomfort. People want you to fill awkward spaces, to make them feel better, to ease their anxiety. Don't. Let the silence stretch. Let your eye contact remain. Let your lack of emotional rescue signal that you are not here to soothe. They must adjust to you. This imbalance forces them to respect your frame. It repositions the power dynamic. Suddenly, they become performers, trying to earn your approval, not the other way around. Machiavelli knew that social discomfort is a weapon. Use it wisely. Ultimately, respect without affection comes from mastery of self. People may not like the man who doesn't flatter them, who doesn't give them emotional comfort, who doesn't apologize for his strength, but they will respect him. Why? Because he is rare. In a world of agreeable, attention-seeking, validation-starved individuals, you become the storm. Not by force, but by presence. You don't chase attention. It follows you. You don't demand respect. You command it. You don't shout. Your silence terrifies them. And all of this, every ounce of this power, is built through discipline, boundaries, unpredictability, and the refusal to be emotionally enslaved by the need to be liked. Machiavelli understood the dark heart of power. He knew that kings are not crowned because they are loved. They are crowned because they are feared, strategically, wisely, and relentlessly. In the end, remember this: being liked is a luxury. Being respected is survival. If you want to be followed, be liked. If you want to be obeyed, be respected. If you want to win the game, the girl, the throne, be unshakable. That is the Machiavellian path. That is your path. Welcome to the Machiavelli Guide. The world won't always love you, but it will learn to fear disrespecting you.